This video will introduce you to the accessibility menu that we can switch on our Chromebooks. To access the accessibility menu, we firstly need to click on the time at the bottom right-hand corner on our Chromebook. Then we need to click on the settings icon, which is the settings cog icon next to the padlock, to launch our settings menu. From here, we can then search accessibility and that will load the accessibility options. You can also access the same options from the left-hand side menu under Advanced and Accessibility. Both work in the same way. Next, what we want to do is have it that we always show accessibility options in the system menu. By toggling this switch on, now when we go back to our system menu, which is what appears when we click on the time on our Chromebook, we will now see the accessibility icon. So we click on the time to get all of the accessibility options for our Chromebooks. By clicking on the drop-down menu that appears when we click on the word accessibility, you have access to all of these accessibility options that are built into your Chromebook device. Two that I'm going to switch on to show you are Select to Speak and Dictation. You will now see these have both appeared as icons on the shelf of my Chromebook. If I click off of the menu, they will remain there. They will remain there if I sign out of this Chromebook and sign into a different Chromebook. They are now saved to my login, so now when I move between different devices, those settings will stay on. I do not have to do this for each device that I log into. To demonstrate these tools, I have a website open. So first of all, I'm going to show the Select to Speak tool. In order to get this to work, we firstly need to click on the little speaker icon that appears in the shelf, and then we can click and drag over a body of text and my Chromebook will read it aloud to me.
Reports of a monster inhabiting Loch Ness date back to ancient times. Notably, local
I
stone
can
carvings
click on the stop icon to stop that, simply by clicking where that Select to Speak option is to stop it from talking. That will work on any text on any website. So if you are even using a Google Doc and your students need support in accessing the options along the top of your screen, by selecting that Select to Speak icon from the shelf, clicking and dragging over the menu option,
Docs Home, File,
that
Edit.
will read back to you. Now moving on to focus on the other tool we enabled from that accessibility menu, the dictation tool, which is the small microphone icon that has appeared on the shelf of my Chromebook. I can use this to type anywhere I can use a keyboard to type text. For example, in Google Docs, I could use it to type in the name of the document. So if I click where I want to type using my voice, using that dictation tool, and then click on the microphone icon, I can then use my voice to name the document. And you will see it has popped that exactly where I wanted it to go, and I used my voice to type that. If I open a new tab, I can also use my voice to complete a web search or look up a website address. Scottish castles. That will then take me to the results for all the Scottish castles as I use my voice to type. Be sure to check out the other videos in this series. There is another one on the accessibility options where we will explore more of the options within the accessibility menu.